everyone, it's Emma here and I'm back again bringing you another video for the Jessica Sporn creative design team. And today I wanted to show you a really quick way to achieve a simple journal background using a resist effect. And to do that I'm going to be using this lovely stencil from Jessica Sporn Designs. The link will be in the description box below where you can purchase all her stencils from. And to start off with, I'm simply going to place the stencil onto a page in my art journal. And I'm going to take a Versamark ink pad, which is a sort of glue ink pad. And holding the stencil firmly in place, I'm going to press, directly over the stencil onto the page. Now you do need to keep your stencil in place, because you want to keep the pattern and it can tend to move. Give it a really good press down to make sure all of the exposed paper is covered in the gluey ink. Might take quite a few presses to get it really well covered. But it does leave a shiny surface so you can see where you have any bits missing if there are any. So I think that's just about done now. So we'll go with this side first and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing onto the opposite side. But now I'm going to lift my stencil off and I can immediately see, you may not be able to see there, but I can see the pattern that's left from the ink and the stencil. So I'm going to put that to one side and I'm going to take some ultra thick embossing powder. I'm using one from Ranger. You can use any ultra thick embossing powder. And I'm going to use a tidy tray so that I can catch all the excess. And I'm going to start covering my page with the embossing powder. And this is going to stick to all of the glue. And then tap off your excess as you go. If you go from the top, it tends to run down the page and then stick to it. There we go. Now you may be able to see that. Let's have a look. You see the pattern that's left now? Okay, so I'm going to tip away the excess embossing powder. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other page. And then I'm going to heat it using the heat gun. Okay, so now that both pages are done and the embossing powder is heated up and dried, you can really see the pattern of the stencil come through there. And so now, to show you how this embossing powder is going to act as a resist, I'm going to be using some mister sprays from Deco Art Media. I've got those and a magenta colour. And I'm going to be spraying these over the top of the page. I've put some kitchen towel underneath each page to protect the previous pages and the pages afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead. I mean, you can use any colours you want, and this is just one way. You could also do this with paints or Ken Oliver's colour bursts. They're really good for that as well. But yeah, let's show you with the sprays. So let's go ahead and spray a bit of blue. Give these a shake before you use them as well. Have a deeper purple around the edges. And then we'll go in with a pink. And lastly, a bit of yellow, a bit of warmth in the middle. Right, now you can either dry this off with a heat gun or you can leave it to dry naturally. It's up to you. Now, the purpose of this video, I'm going to go and dry mine with the heat gun now. Right, so now that that's dry, I'm going to take just a piece of kitchen roll and dampen it with some water. And now I'm just going to wipe off the excess from over the top of the embossing powder. And there we go, you can see the pattern coming through now, and the embossing powder acts as a resist, and the colours have wrapped around the gorgeous stencil and left you with this. You could use a baby wipe as well, or just damp tissue, it really doesn't matter. Let's take that out. And so now that is ready to journal on top of, write on top of, paint on top of, do whatever you want on top of it in your journal pages. But it's a really quick and simple way of creating a resist effect that looks spectacular. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go and take a look at all the other videos on the Jessica Sporn channel, and take a look in the description box below of where to get your Jessica Sporn rubber stamps and stencils, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, bye!